What's up, Mystic Manifesting family? Nick with Mystic Manifesting here. And finally, looks like I got my shit together enough to start reporting the success stories. I've got a whole list of things to go through right here. And we're going to go through these other video topics later on. But as you know, I do one video at a time. We record a week in advance during the live. It's Monday morning, live right now. So let's go over a success story. All right, I don't know if she wants to be named, so I'm going to leave her anonymous. But the success story says, this is in reference to robotic affirming that was done by Inked to get her SP back. Inked had an SP that she was in no contact with for 10 months, blocked everything, the whole 10 yards, 9 yards, whatever it is, whole 9 yards, she was blocked everywhere, all right? Inked does robotic affirming. I'd say we were guessing around 2-3 weeks because I was talking with her throughout the whole process. It'll be about 2-3 weeks. Boom, get success. This woman, inspired by her story, gets the success a lot faster, within 4 days. Again, time doesn't matter, but let's read the story. 100%, this is her agreeing on the video. 100%, I've been affirming contact from my SP for about 4 days consistently. I've been doing the whisper technique, which we'll go over. I've been doing the whisper technique during the day, imagining him sending me a text and trying to do sats, but I fall asleep and I can actually go into the scene. Great move, means your subconscious is impressed. This morning, I jumped around pretending that he texted me saying thank you. Either way, got to the text today after no contact for about 5 months. So she was 5 months, no contact, finally got it, and from right here, it sounded like she did the jumping around. She's doing gratitude. She just feels like it's already done. Went right to the end, living in the end. I'm actually surprised it happened because I didn't even think I was doing things right / enough, but I kept at it consistently for 4 or 5 days in a row now. Sometimes it doesn't feel like you're doing it right. Sometimes it feels fake, bullshit, and like, what am I doing? Like an idiot. But it's right. If you're doing everything you're supposed to do, it's being done right. Trust me, sometimes when you just do what Neville said and what these other people said, it works. Then she writes, oh, and I was blocked, LOL. Physical reality. Now we can laugh about it. Turn these things that are such big crutches into nothing and laugh at them too. That's important. Physical reality is only a reflection of our minds. Nothing less, nothing more. 100%. Whether you repeat over and over without going back to the 3D, whatever you repeat over and over without going back to the 3D will reflect, because that's just how the law works. Thank you, Nick and Inked, for inspiration. I commented on a success video a few weeks ago that I was going to be consistent, and I got the results. It's not my end goal, but a step that way. So I will move on until my ultimate goal is reached. So 100%, she's doing everything right. Giving gratitude even though it's not her end goal yet. Get it? You got contact after 5 months of no contact at all. Beautiful thing. Ink did it the same way after about 10 months. Time doesn't matter. They conform. They come through. And this lady adds more to it, but I just wanted to say that, like, the gratitude part was my favorite, and then I started reading her reply. She wanted to add extra to it, so hopefully this helps you guys too, because there's no right or wrong way to do any of this. There's only what works for you. So what else she adds? I asked her if I could share this. She says no problem. And then she said, so to add a little more to the story, I actually decided to write down the goal on February 12th, 2023. But I did not get strict with my mental diet. I kept failing and going back to the old man. Then about 5 or 6 days ago now, I told myself, no, everything is a reflection. Stop picturing him that old way and imagine what you want. And so that when I actually got strict with my mental diet and added whisper technique, mirror affirmations about 2 or 3 days ago, and sats, which I have yet to complete, but I always fall asleep before entering the scene. Which is fine. If you fall asleep before entering the scene, that's fine. It's doing it right before bed. I would fall asleep before it a lot too. It doesn't matter. You're trying. Your subconscious gets it. It's seeing it a bunch before sleep. It's impressionable at that time. And lastly, the day before yesterday, I looked in the mirror. I told myself I was going to pretend that he texted me, quickly visualized seeing the text, not what I actually said, but seeing his name pop up for a text on my phone. During our work meeting, so they must work together. During our work meeting, or maybe she's just talking about it. During our work meeting, that's exactly when it happened. So it's not, she's just during her work meeting, that's when it happened. It was very weird deja vu, which, yeah, it does feel like deja vu, that I still kind of believe it. It's weird and feels like deja vu. I can't believe it actually happened. This guy blocked me on everything and said he was never going to see me again, etc. All that to end up texting me a few days into me committing to my mind changing. I feel like looking in the mirror is what really did it for me, because even though it felt silly, I didn't feel it real. And I didn't feel it real. Just being in that state for a split second was the door to was the door the universe needed to deliver what I wanted. So sometimes you create your own techniques. I've heard of this before. To a degree, I've heard of going in the mirror and saying what you're proud of, or saying that you're happy you got your affirmation, and I'm loved, I'm this and that. Usually for self-concept work. She used it here to see her own reaction to getting what she wanted. And I love that. I've never heard of that before. And I'm really proud of her. And she's moving in the right direction. Her mind seems to be in a way better place. Her self-concept. Just keep your self-concept strong. You know who you are. I'm sure you're still watching. Keep your self-concept strong. Keep pushing forward. You've got this. That's a loud and obnoxious, that text message. These are from 5 days ago. I can't shut that. It's on the live. Anyway, she pushed through and got everything. Well, not everything she wanted yet, but she pushed through and got what she wanted. 5 months no contact, and she got. Are you fucking with me, man? How do I mute this? Anyway, point is, she got her SP back after being in no contact for 5 months. Now they're in communication again. He said he would never speak to her again. He said blah, 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 all the same shit that I heard. And she did the techniques like I said, and she got her results. She denied her senses. She went inward. She focused on what she really wanted. She witnessed herself experiencing it in the mirror. And she used the story of Inked and Beautiful's success. I don't know how I would do that the right way. Anyway, Inked and Beautiful's success. She used that story that I told a couple weeks ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago now, and used it as motivation. Same way I used Elmer's story as motivation, that he did it within 2 weeks, and then boom, it happened within 2 weeks. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect on timing. I'm just saying that you're unlocking your mind to achieve something. Like back in the day when they said nobody could run, I think it was a 4-minute mile. When no one could run a 4-minute mile or whatever it was, or 6-minute mile. I forget, I haven't run in a long time. But basically there was like this barrier. Everyone believed it couldn't be done except for one guy. I think his name was Roger Bannister. He went and ran the 4-minute mile, crushed it, did it, and then with the following weeks, a whole bunch of people started doing it. Why? Because now they've seen the possibility. Or like what I say, when people get coaching, what I did when I got coaching with Bia was, you get that session, and now it's like, okay, you've been given permission to do it, or you see it's possible. Even though I had already manifested my SP before, manifesting back 4 times, impossible. Oh, nope, it's not impossible. Here you go, circumstances don't matter. Oh wow, circumstances don't matter. I've never heard that before. Oh well, it worked. Good thing. It's like, no, you already know all the stuff, but it's almost someone else telling it to you, or seeing a success story like this. And now it's like when people try to win the lottery, they say, be grateful whenever you hear anyone winning it. So be grateful that this person has her success, because you're the next one up to be successful. So anyway, I hope this helps everyone. I try to keep it under 10 minutes. As you see, anything's possible. I believe in you guys. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next video. You got this.